Sul Sul, Vina Fredeshe, The Sims, and when last we left off, Dave's slowly turning a corner in his life and is approaching financial stability, which is really good for him, and really good for Dog. But we're not focusing on Dave today, we're focusing on Samuel and the fact that we are literally just about to go to work. Hunger is not fantastic and energy really isn't that great, and the social bar could do with filling up a little bit. But there is one thing we need to do before we go to work, and that is to feed Mozart, because we haven't done that for quite a while. And the last thing I want to have happen is for the goldfish to die while we're at work. That would be terrible. There you go, Mozart. Now you can make amazing music in that bowl. You're not going to be making amazing music whatsoever, are you? No, I don't think you are. We're going to be going to work, and we're going to be there for quite a long time, and energy is going to be really low by the time we get back. But that's okay, because we can solve that with a nice long rest. And then we're going to be doing something that we haven't yet done with Samuel or Dave. We're going to be going downtown. Downtown is an area that was added in the Hot Date expansion, which allows you to go out and explore the town in a particular set of areas, some of which you can make. In fact, you could get rid of all the ones that are there and make your own. You could do many things downtown that you can't do in your home. You could go to restaurants, you can go to clubs, you can go and buy things from various stores, and as the name suggests from a Hot Date, you can go on dates, which is something that was an interesting addition to the game. You can invite people that you phone on the phone to downtown. It costs 50 simoleons to go there, and when you go there you can have a date, which has interesting social interactions that you can do. And of course, going downtown means you can meet a lot of people. Something that Samuel certainly needs to do, as he's only met Mortimer, Tiffany, Bella, and 2 dogs, one of which is Dog. And I believe, yep, he's very tired, but we're going to be having a rest very soon. And we're going to be skipping work to do so. It's not like Samuel really needs to go to work right now. He does have a lot of money lying around. But saying that, a better fridge, a much better fridge that is 2,750 simoleons, so money doesn't stretch that far when you get really high up in the quality of items. Rest well, Samuel, for tonight you party like it's 2003. It may not be 2003. Alright, he's gonna sleep all the way into the afternoon. Fortunately, downtown never closes, ever. And I've no idea who that was, but it would seem like we have a slight problem with cockroaches that we're going to be taking care of. And I've no idea why Samuel has these problems and that Dave really doesn't, considering the fact that Samuel is far more neat than Dave is. Alright, you get rid of that, walking outside in your pajamas like you always do, and then you're going to water the plants and feed the goldfish. We could clean that as well. That seems like a good idea. And then we'll eat some food. And once we've done everything to make sure all these bars are high, we're going to be going downtown. Going downtown is a completely separate area. The game will save before you leave, and you can't actually save downtown. It's very different from going on holiday in the Sims on Holiday expansion, because you can save while you're on holiday. There we go, that has been cleaned. I think you only clean the outside, but that's absolutely fine. And now you've watered and done everything you need to do. Water the plants, fed Mozart. Don't water Mozart and feed the plants. The plants are absolutely fine without being fed, because they have sunlight and the rain that never falls. Alright, you want to have dinner, and then you want to... Why did you go there to go here and have dinner, Samuel? That is very silly indeed. You then want to use that and take the shower, and then I think making the bed might be a really good idea. We'll just fast forward the food here, because it's only so long that it takes. There we go. Ah, this time he made a sound of enjoyment at cooking. That is the difference of a few points in cooking. There we go. This should be a very filling meal indeed. There we go. Eat well, Samuel. You'll probably be having food when you go downtown as well. Look at how much hunger that fills. Just one meal. The people in The Sims only need to eat one portion of food a day. And that's not going to break? marvellous. I never want that to break, because I'm not sure that Samuel has a high enough mechanical to fix it without a chance of getting himself killed. He certainly wouldn't if he had absolutely no points in it, but there we go. More mechanical is always useful. Want to take a shower here, and then make the bed, and then we're going to go downtown. You get downtown by ringing a taxi that will take you downtown. A taxi with a Cupid's arrow design on the, oh, you've made a slight mess there. Make the bed, clean that up, and then you're going to ring the party taxi that will take you downtown. There we go. You can go to many locations. You can even go to a studio town and try and become a star. But that's not in Samuel's future. There you go. Do you need a ride? If so, one of our taxis will be there shortly. The SimCity Cab Co. And indeed, we do need a ride, so we're just going to wait outside for the taxi to turn up. They turn up in exactly the same place as everything else does. Just wait. No, go this way. There we go. Going downtown will save the house in its current condition. Are you sure you want to leave the house? We do indeed. Let's go. The taxi beckons to downtown. Things will be pretty okay when you're downtown. Would you like to go in? There you go, 50 simoleons later, and off we go on an adventure! That's pretty much just over here. Fortunately, we're not taking a cab literally down the street. There are many locations we can go to. There are places that have pet stores, and places where you can shop, and places where you can buy gardening supplies, and eat, and recreational. We're going to be going to an area that I made just for the occasion. Coleman Cul-de-sac. Fancy some fine dining? How about a shopping spree? What about a relaxing rest surrounded by nature? Or do you want to party the night away? Coleman Cul-de-sac lets you do all that in one self-contained side street. Come on down, you won't regret it. I designed this before I actually started recording any of these videos, in the hopes that we would eventually visit here. And we are going to visit here. Next up, Fun Town! Or just SimCity, but that might be Fun Town. The time in downtown does go at the same rate as it does when you're not in downtown, but a few things are different. For a start, there are lots of people that will be manning absolutely everywhere. Like, for instance, all the stores that are here, and all the establishments. Here is a nice design that I put. I put the road here. This is actually all just pavement. It's not actually road, but it looks like it's a literal cul-de-sac that just heads into this area. What will happen when Samuel explores a little bit is that this place will fill up with people, and it's a hope that we will find people that we can go and talk to and make friends. Let's have a look and see what's here. For a start, by the phone that will let you go home, is a small convenience store that has an arcade machine and a slot machine, and there is Thaddeus running that there. There is a small park here with a hot dog stall and some places where you can play some speed chess. There is a bar over here that will let you play pool and buy drinks, and there is a boutique here that will let you buy loads of clothing. And then there are two stores. There is a store with general knickknacks and a very high-end store where you can buy very expensive things. Charity runs there, and Christina runs the store with all the toys and sweets and everything. Then you have store clerk Parker there. There is a very small till there. There is Brendan and Sandy, nobody else here. And of course there is the swinging hip club of club swing hippiness here. It's not a very hip place whatsoever. It is very dark, though, with DJ Z Buffer manning the turntables. And then there is Court the Candy Man with his candy floss machine. Last but by no means least is a very high-end... I have no idea what's going on here. You appear to either be dancing or summoning your magical guitar. I think you're summoning your magical guitar. There is Minstrel Carlo, and Busboy Rod, and Waiter Oliver, the Maitre de Luc, I think, and Chef Soupy. What we're going to do is we're going to have some fun, and we're going to have fun in a very un-Samuel-like way. We could play lots of chess, but notice you can only play chess here. You can't learn any logic, and now the place suddenly has loads of people. We have Herschel and Chester and Cameron and janitor Sonia, and there is also a lot of people over here. There's Claire, there's Rosalind, there's Camille, there's Eldon, and there's Mama. There isn't, however, unfortunately, Dave. I was really hoping that Dave would be here. What we should do, though, is we should have a conversation with anybody that's around. For instance, we're going to talk to Cameron here. We're going to shake the hand of Cameron, and we're going to talk to him until our social is full, and maybe we might even make a friend. And also, that is a very upmarket car. Sometimes cars just do drive by in the downtown area. We also want to make sure that we notice people arriving, because lots of people are going to turn up. And they're all classed, I think, as the Townie family. A lot of random people can appear. This is a great place to meet people that you can have family friends with. And just generally, we could talk about interests, or we could ask to, what are you into? How's work? How are you? You could actually ask them to just hang out as well. But we're just going to have a conversation. Why not, eh? And keep our eyes peeled for, there he is! We must stop talking to you immediately, for we must shake the hand of our brother, who has also decided to come downtown. And that is what I was hoping would happen. That, you should really get out of the way, Sonia. You're in the way of the car. No, this way, Sonia. Not that way, but this way. There we go. We have now had the brothers meet. Samuel, meet Dave. Dave, meet Samuel. This is what I was hoping would happen. Now that they have met, they can work collectively to maintain a family friendship. And it doesn't seem like Dave is very interested in what's going on there. Also, there is a traffic jam happening. Definitely a traffic jam, and immediately they're really not gelling with their conversation, although they can talk about music, which is really good. And Bob is asking where the food is. The food is over there. It most certainly is over there. Alright, the brothers are now getting along like a house on fire. Not Dave's house, that is. That has not yet burned down, but give it time, it may yet burn down. And now we're going to watch the bars up there, actually, or down there, rather. They're going to go up dramatically. That's where the up came from in me trying to say that. They're going to talk quite a lot, and eventually they will hang out and have fun. You could actually ask him to hang out at some point, which is a good idea once they know each other a little better, and talk about sports and outdoors and all the physical activities that Samuel really doesn't do, but Dave does. They do appear to be getting on quite well, which is excellent. This isn't the primary reason why Samuel came down here, but hey, social has rocketed up, which is fantastic. And they do not agree on that whatsoever. Let's see if we can ask him to hang out. Let's hang out downtown, Dave. Would you like to hang out? And I think that's a yes. Let's find out if that's a yes. Yes, indeed. So now you can see that Dave has a small bar there, which is an indication of what Dave is feeling. And now they're going to hang out, and we're going to play chess, Dave. This is exactly what Samuel thinks is the funnest thing that you could possibly do. Come along, Dave. Let's ask him to... we can ask all sorts of things, like how are you and everything else, but I think if we go and play chess, Dave will come and join in. At least I hope he will. There are lots of social interactions we could do. We're not going to be doing most of them. Let's see if we can ask him to, yes, come and join me, Dave. And Dave will, is Dave going to come along? I don't think he wants to come and play chess. That is not good whatsoever. He is too depressed to play chess. Why is he he is hungry. Ah, well, we can solve that. We could go and get a hot dog. Let's go and buy hot dogs. That seems like a really good idea. You're hungry? I can solve that with food. Yes, I would like some of those dogs that are hot, please, that are made of pork and various meats. Excellent. And I think Dave will have one too. Excellent. And he would like that one, the one that's probably really expensive. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. Yes, he'll have one of everything on it, even that thing there that you really shouldn't put on a hot dog. And now he will eat... That does not look much like a hot dog. That looks more like a sandwich. I suppose it's just the angle that the game has here. And now Herschel is going to play the arcade games. And now they shall eat in the corner, but I think they'll also talk while they're eating. Or maybe they won't talk whatsoever. I'm not sure they're going to do any talking. I think there's just going to be eating that happens. Let's ask how he is, shall we? How are you, Dave? Are you well? You're actually talking to me? That I am. Let's see what happens here. Oh, there we go. That's they can't be saved, indeed. He needs some entertainment. Well, we could go to the club. I think that's a brilliant idea. Come along, Dave. Let us go clubbing. This is definitely what Samuel would do. Disclaimer, this is most certainly not what Samuel would do. Why don't you come and join me, Dave? We shall dance. Dance the night away in fun. Well, there's certain... well, clearly this is the wrong music for dancing. Clearly this is the wrong music. We could actually request some classical music. That seems like a brilliant idea. It's certainly the music that you'd have at a club. Do you have any class... Look at that dancing! We're going to do some more dancing in a moment. Definitely. I think we need some... Look at Mortimer go there in that cage. And now we're going to do some more dancing. We'll definitely join there with some dancing. There we go. Excellent. And now they dance. Look at those moves. Excellent. I think Dave might be maximized on his fun already. No, he's dancing as well. Excellent. This is exactly what I thought that Samuel would be doing. And Bob wants to join the party as well. Excellent. And now fun is... Oh, you are currently hungry. I think we're going to have to stop right now because you are very hungry. What could we get you that would be good food? We could actually just eat food here. That seems like a good idea. It's pretty expensive, but we'll order some food. Let's go and eat something, shall we? Would you like to eat? Certainly. Let's ditch this dive and go have some food. I specifically designed the restaurant here to be a very expensive one. You can only have one type of food establishment. There we go, we'll just leave Bob and Mortimer there to groove on down. I think they're going to have tons of fun. This place is moderately busy, and it might take a while to get some food going, but they can talk while they're eating, and already we have 24 friendship there. The short term. Long term is only 4, but things will certainly improve. Alright. I think we are not going to be listening here. We just need to wait for... Let's get rid of that, shall we? And just order some food. Really need Dave to move out of the way right now. Dave, you're causing a problem here. There we go. Now we are going to eat some food, and I think we're going to sit round about here. As soon as everyone else gets in the way, out of the way. Could you all just move? Please? There we go. Much better. And now we can have a conversation. We'll just wait for the... This place is very crowded. We're going to get some menus because you're just going to magically pass them past the waiter, which is fantastic, and they'll talk while they're going to eat. This is the main thing that downtown is pretty good for, which is that they can gain lots of social and conversation while they're doing everything else. Like, for instance, while they're eating or anything else. It's just a really good... It's very expensive, mind you, but fortunately Samuel is ordering. There we go. There is also the minstrel. I did not know that the minstrel would be here. Also, the music is very inappropriate for what kind of restaurant this is. Then again, that's probably the club over there. I think Bob has given up dancing. And for some reason, Cameron and Mortimer are having a conversation in the toilet. Well, wherever they decide they want to talk, we could gossip. That is a good idea. Let's have a bit of a gossip, shall we? You'll probably talk about how much you dislike Cameron or something. You do not like that person whatsoever. And do you not like that person either? Let's find out. Well, you seem to be agreeing. We are very close to the point where they're going to gain a family friend apiece, I think. I think Dave will also gain a family friend at the same time, which is really good. Also, that was a negative. Negatives are very bad. Negatives are not good. Let's see what's happening here. I think that might be our food. I think that's the food. We just need to talk a bit. Also, Soupy is getting in the way. The problem with this place being really crowded is that... Well done, Carlo. Nice playing there. I've no idea what you played, but the disadvantage of this place being small is that people like Tiffany are just going to... Look at you, spin that guitar like a pro. Hello, Mortimer, how are you? But The disadvantage of it being small is that people are just going to stand around, like Camille and Tiffany here, just seem intent on just staying there for absolutely ever. This food is going to be rather filling, I think. I specifically designed this area to have a lot of really high-quality eating items. Rather the items that things are cooked in, rather than the actual things you eat. We're not going to be eating the oven here. And I think food is done. Excellent. We just need now to wait. Oh, or we just need to leave. There we go. I think we're done. What we do need to do right now, though, is play some chess. Some chess of fun. Off we go. Hopefully you're not going to be miserable enough that you're not going to play chess with us. Then again, it really isn't your kind of thing. Let's just have Samuel move all the way over there and have Dave come and join us in the playing of chess. There we go. Would you like to come along? I think you're a little bit stuck. You are, in fact, very stuck, which is a bit of an issue. It's a massive issue right now. He cannot currently escape, and this is kind of the problem with, most certainly the problem. Maybe we could just greet you. That seems like a good idea, but I don't actually think that, Samuel can actually greet Rosalind. And so, the physics of where everything is has kind of ruined any efforts of becoming... Oh, actually, we are his family friend now. We have succeeded in our efforts, which is fantastic. And you know what we're going to do? We're just going to leave now. I think Samuel might just forget that, you know, Dave is just there, stood behind a table. And now he will just go. And Dave will probably not really mind. I don't think he will anyway. We can say goodbye, but I don't think we can actually reach Dave to do that. Well, have fun, Dave. We're going to leave. Do you need a ride? We do indeed. Marvellous. And the best part about going and doing all of this, hello everybody that's there. The best part about doing all of it is that we really, the amount of time that passes here is different to the amount of time that passes back at home. For now at home, it is the time that we left at 9:21, which is brilliant. We just wait for all these bars to change. I think they'll change anyway. Yes, they will. Excellent. Things aren't doing very well in terms of our hygiene and bladder, but I'm pretty sure we can quickly fill those up just before we go to work. And we do have one solitary family friend in the form of Dave there. Marvellous. You've now just done... You'll need to clean that eventually. You can do that after you've had a shower. We may not be going to work in the best of moods, but we have got halfway towards getting that promotion. We have 1 out of 2 family friends, and we're going to need to work on maintaining that friendship. It is a very slight friendship. Alright, we'll just clean that up quickly. We have no time to do anything else. I think when we come back, folks, we'll be heading over to work. It's just like the start of the video we just were in, where we were just about to go to work. Also, maybe feeding the fish might be a good idea before we go. Seems like a great plan. There we go, Mozart. You try not to die while Samuel goes to work. And when we come back, folks, we'll then be focusing on the other side, on Dave. Maybe Dave, too, not to be outdone, will head downtown and groove on down. It would make sense, after all, considering the fact that he just met Samuel downtown. Who knows? Maybe he'll meet him again, and they can fortify that friendship. Or maybe it might all go horribly wrong. One or the other. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Dag dag.